Evening, Algurun. Or morning. It's so gray in Landfall. And I think I might have inhaled some Chronite. Might be messing with my vision. Anyway, Vespera. Skydrift here. Broadcasting from the edge of a city that never blinks.
And Thorn Nightshade, the shadow whose form is much bigger than the light. This is Algurun After Dark, where the streets are clean, the smiles are too wide, and the wanted posters never quite stop moving.
Schmear me deadly everything bagels. Now featuring the limited ledger heist flavor. You'll really want to eat it. But if caught, there's a faint aftertaste of regret.
Let's get to it. The party reconvenes at the rope and hooks again. They've learned enough about Landfall to know their magic disguises are going to fizzle the second they get near the forge. It's time for something real, something non-magical, something that won't scream adventurer under Chronite scrutiny.
They walk in and immediately clock 3 human adventurers loitering outside. The centerpiece, a mountain of a barbarian, 2-headed axe, muscles like siege engines, holding a mismatched black traveler's hood with green trim. Guy looks like he bench-pressed a siege tower and then forgot to coordinate his outfit. Keish decides it's time for a little mind reading. He casts Detect Thoughts, pretends to tie his shoe, then steps on his own laces, trips, and faceplants straight into a coat rack. Crash. Clatter. Absolute chaos. But the spell holds, and he remains discreet despite the hilarious event. He gets the surface thoughts.
Big Guy's worried about the 3 of them being wanted. He is hard to miss. Distinctive head with a helmet donned with horns. And the 3 of them? They've got a midnight meeting in the town square tonight. Party cross-references bounty boards and recall the Barbarian is wanted for ledger theft, but cannot recall his name. That tracks.
They shake it off and get down to business with Ol Braska. Some go for basic deceptive clothes, good enough for a glance. Others drop extra coin for the premium package, false insignias, built to beat surveillance spot checks, and give advantage against guards and officials. No one decided to get the Chronite safe clothing though, so we will see how well that decision ends up being. These outfits are good. Real good. While they're chatting, Broxa drops more wisdom for the party. Kerrigan, the indispensable blacksmith at the obedient anvil. Hates Chronite with a passion, but he's too damn good at working it. Without him, the forge would stall, it would appear. But since he is a mastersmith, it would be a shame to let his talents go to waste.
The party then heads back to the Gilded Mask to plan next moves as their magical disguises fade. Elphys Vane is waiting on bended knees awaiting commands, glowing green hair, endless charm, and apparently the party's new favourite rumour mill. Because Unja paid generously, Elfin has been spreading stories that make their cover identities sound rock solid. He also warns them about Velex, Kerrigan's personal shadow on the forge floor. Brilliant half-orc, always spotless, never a stain. When Kerrigan's working, Velex is right there in the shadows, always watching.
Then Elphys gets chatty about something juicier. The Dead Minute, an underground fight club that only exists for 1 minute between the curfew bells. One bell mocks the beginning of the curfew ring, the next marks the end. It is an extra-dimensional space where anything goes. Is it a city or a coliseum, perhaps, with food, spectators? I'm so excited to see. We heard of a dragon versus 5 people. 4 versus 4 bloodbaths. There are apparently very few rules. It's pure gladiator chaos. Me thinks Red Mist might just want to stay in there forever. A key name is revealed. Brother Keel, better known as Bloody Knuckles. Elphys also states that even nobles obey curfew in Landfall, but there are underground tunnels for those who know where to look.
Elphys shows them the underground network. It is comprised of tunnels linking the Gilded Mask, Gilded Vase, Gilded Fountain, and one other gilded something or another that Writer couldn't keep up with the Dungeon Master's fast-paced antics. They all feed into a central mausoleum crypt. From there, You can slip almost anywhere in the city without being seen. Elfin's also very hands-on with cash. Shoulder massages, head scratches, the works. Cash keeps politely deflecting. "I've already ate, friend." Elphys just grins wider. As they leave, Cash feels fingers in his pocket, squirming around and feeling him. It's just Elphys, stuffing grapes in there. "So you don't forget me." He winks and leaves them.
The party moves on to a different tavern, the Gilded Fountain. Classic fantasy dive. Wooden beams, roaring fire, 50 patrons, beautiful servers, pouring drinks, and one acrobatic gnome sliding across tables like he's auditioning for the circus. Sunniva, who chose a disguise to dress as a half-male orc instead of female, steps outside and runs into a male half-orc. They go for the traditional orc greeting. Handshake, followed by a headbutt. Sunniva is not ready. Flat on her ass. The rest of the party cringes as she falls to the floor and does horribly to imitate what it is like to be a man. It is probably the furthest thing away from Mulan I know about. "What do you say, my bro?"
The half-orc laughs, helps her up. His name is Roderick Blackstone, and he goes by Roddy. They end up at the bar. Sunniva buys him a drink as he opens up. Roddy hails from ours now, the oasis that changes hands faster than coin changes hands. His story is very similar to Sunniva's. He was kicked out of his orc clan for not belonging. He was raised by humans, same as her. He spent his years in the capital doing hard labor. Now in his 40s, he came to Landfall to find his love in person, but she died.
Let's put a bow on this thorn. We've got premium disguises, a midnight meeting with a ledger-thieving barbarian, a 1-minute extra-dimensional fight club, secret tunnels under the city, and a half-orc with a story that hits a little too close to home for Sunniva.
Midnight's coming fast. The city's too quiet. The banners still say "Obey," and the Chronite dust keeps falling. I wonder which direction they will take. Maybe trying to earn back some coin at the fight club, or maybe attend the midnight meeting.
Maybe both. Do they crash the midnight meeting? Fight in the dead minute? Or does the Forge finally notice the strangers wearing borrowed faces?
The prophecy keeps turning. Inkblot's still out there plotting against the party. The Ore Eater still dreams.
Sleep with one eye open, Algurun. The machine never stops.
This is Algurun After Dark. Move quiet, strike clean. Good night.